Oh yeah, how you doing out there? Give me a 1+1 in the chat if my sound is coming over good. Coming at you hot and heavy. Man, Bitcoin is absolutely cooking right now, so I had to go live. Come at you guys as it's happening here. Thank you everybody in the chat and everybody sharing the stream before we went live. Very much appreciate you guys. You guys are the bread and butter of this channel. Crimson Caravan, Shake and Bake, of course. Alexander G, what's up, Blue Punk Rocker? We got Benny Blue Eyes. What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh, hot. Well, here's what we got going on. Bitcoin, absolutely cooking. This is the 1 hour, 15-minute chart, looking a little hotter. Popped up all the way to 33,500. Now, why I'm excited about this move and very interested in particularly where it tapped out right at this 43,442 level. Now, big shout out to everyone that heard me out on this trend line holding up here. As you can see, I've been trading it. It's been going great. Really aggravating situation happened to me this morning. I had the perfect long put in below this trend line. Actually, I think it was like 40,700, 40,700 right there. And I was trying to finagle with my take profit and stop loss levels on my phone, which would not recommend. Obviously, I love Blofin, but any trading situation like that, hot and heavy, don't recommend the phone. I accidentally closed out the trade well in profit, but still could have had so much more. This move has played out so beautifully, you guys. Let's see here from where this trend line is. I know people took this one. A couple people. That's a 6.2% move on Bitcoin over the weekend. Honestly, not too bad. Not too bad. But with that, with Bitcoin's resurgence, and now we have it basically tapping on some old school levels here. Tapped out right at this 43.45 level. You can see that's the bottom end to where it fell down to previous to its cascade downwards. So definitely going to be watching if we can build just a little bit of chop right here. This would be the giga bullish scenario where we can create some chop in this 42.8 to 43.5 level. That's what we're hoping for here, folks. And, with all that, I mean, Bitcoin's been doing what it's doing, but the altcoin market has been very, very exciting. I get a lot of requests to check out coins. Let me know in the chat if you have coins that maybe I'm skipping over, maybe I haven't given a fair shake to. Gun. Never. Let it die in the dark. That's just the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it, Clark? Shout out to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. Let's check out why Bitcoin moved, though, where the overall markets are going. I am going to have my wild kiddos coming home from shopping here in a bit, so I got till about 9:45. So we're going to cook through this as quickly as possible. We have China's stock market at a major support level right now, support line dating back to 2006, indicating that it could be a make or break level. Now, we know the powers that be don't often like being broken, so what we've seen in the past is rather than being broken when they reach these cataclysmic levels, is turn some cheeks the other way, do some quantitative easing, and fix their real estate market that's cratering beneath them. We have this from Markets and Mayhem. Property stocks in China have fallen to levels not seen since 2008. interesting. Just a lot of levels lining up to that same trend line. You can see this is the property stocks in particular. In China, they make up a large portion of the economy. Thus, I pay attention to them for macroeconomics. What's up, Bobby? What is up, my man? Oh, give Bobby a shout out in the chat. Absolute savage. And yes, Link has a nice shelf. It's building up. We might as well take a look at it. That's essentially but first, before we look at Link, all my people know we slammed in to Internet Computer Token at $3.50 a few times over the past year. Turned out great. We've been trading anything in $3 was a buy by my basically overscope. Anything in $3 was my move. We got the 1 year that I'll show you why. $3 was historically every single time we tapped it was in the super oversold levels. This is the W pattern that previously I was calling out. It doesn't look much like a W anymore, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, depending on which side of the trade you're on here. If you're a perma bear, it doesn't feel great, but we have a W pattern that played out in AVAX, most of the aggressive L1s. Now, ICP had some pretty cool news we'll get into in a minute, but essentially what we saw with ICP is just the beginning. Now, I don't use this overall graph, but these levels are more reasonable to look at for historical price support or buying action at. Good amount of volume happened in the $60 to $75 mark. Not too bad if you can reclaim that from where it's at right now, but honestly, like ICP is one of those sneakies that where, everyone's kind of fading it, everyone's thinking against it, and then wham, it just catches you by the gonads and absolutely runs. So, rather than fading ICP, I got into it pretty good. It turned out well. Now at this point, I have a pretty substantial bag that is purely a moon bag, and I'll be riding that into the center of the sun to Valhalla. But we have to look at Chainlink real quick because that is it's the thing I'm the most bullish on. I felt like Chainlink's been a real good bellwether for this early altcoin market, which is undeniable at this point. I was previously last week calling it, it's an altcoin rally. Things are happening now. It's coming, man. This is the altcoin move that we've all been looking for. Now on the 180-day view, you can see this shelf that we're talking about here. I think it was Sack Nasty in the chat bringing this up. But yes, this is insanely bullish to be building this level of buying support above $14. Go to the all-time, the maximum chart. Let's just candle it out here so you can see things happen pretty quick. So these are, what time frame of candles are these? I think these would be monthly. Okay, so yeah, you can see 4 good months in a row. Obviously, that wick at the top of this candle, it pumped all the way up to about $17. Now, you can see why it's having all this hesitation. All this buying action happened in the past bull market. Now, this candle right here, in particular, was the one that I remembered when I went into this bull market. This candle right here stuck in my mind as a canary in the coal mine type signal that I'd be keeping an eye out for in the next bull market. Well, here we are. Lo and behold, there's something popping up a little bit early than everyone expects. And history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, you guys. And this is just more proof to the pudding. Now we're sitting at a situation where, we could try to chunk up to this level right at about, I think that level is right at about $20. Yeah. So tapped out $20. So the hyper bullish scenario would be that we are able to basically just chonk on up to $20, $25 before the Bitcoin halving in April. Things will have to keep going really well. You can see Bitcoin on this graph. That is one. Let's just back this up so we can get a better understanding of how aggressive we've been on the upside. Since we hammered in and switched our thesis from being insulated Bitcoin into altcoins, things have changed. It's gone up by 60%. So quite a move for Bitcoin in that time frame. You got to think about some reasonable chill out, just support levels that need to be built up in this range. As you can see, when you really back up from it, Time flies when you're having fun, though. That's what they say. And Metal Owl ICP. That's right, baby. I'm in it. I love ICP. I like what they're trying to do, man. Maybe they'll fail, but I'll be there failing with them because I'm there supporting inventive new idea. So we got this from Finance a lot. No, we're kind of covering a lot of stuff. This is the U.S. warships currently operating in the Red Sea. We're going to hear a lot about the Strait of Hormuz, a lot of supply chain and trade demands and problems from that. But we do have the U.S. Ike carrier and Bataan amphibious group area en route to Yemen right now in support of potential response to the Houthi attacks. So as you can see, each one of these is a U.S. vessel of substantial size. We got a lot of stuff out there. Things are getting hot on the macro side. We see China at that critical point with its economy. We see these supply trade conflicts essentially boiling over from proxy support to Russia or vice versa. Things are going to get hot on the macro. You can expect very polarizing presidential election and heavy quantitative easing to fix the background decaying civil unrest and financial infrastructure that's crumbling beneath our feet as we speak. So with that, Coinbase came out and really just kind of laid the groundwork of what we need to make it happen, right? What do we need to make it happen? And do we need to be hyperbolic jackasses gallivanting on television, acting like we know everything? No, we need to stay focused. We need to read between the lines here. This is Coinbase releasing their 80-page 2024 crypto outlook report. Top 3 trends for Bitcoin are institutional interest obviously remaining strong, and it will perform well as the economy tanks. The halving comes up April 2024. You can expect a slight pullback, really in the halving. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 20% pullback off the halving. Now, if we're at 69K when we go into it, now that's a whole nother story. Maybe we're only breaking down to the points that we're at right now. Kind of crazy to think about, but it's possible. It's actually probable at its trajectory. Now, we have this. Bitcoin does not need de-dollarization to thrive. That's a major thing. There's a lot of, and I'm earlier than 99.9% of the people when it comes to understanding what BRICS is to the degree that we can as regular people, right? Without being generals of armies. And this whole notion that Bitcoin just has to have that de-dollarization actually happen to really start getting into gear, that's where you start missing the boat. You start kind of putting your feet in the sand and not, being able to just DCA and get into the right projects now while really the overall interest is low. Don't wait for this gigantic de-dollarization and Bitcoin-backed BRICS currency to be conversated about in the open public. It's already been conversated out in their forums. If you do your research, you look at enough of our content or other people's content about it, you'll see that it's already being talked about openly. They have the plan. It's just about not waking you up while it's unraveling. And it'll take about 10 or 15 years to do so. So keep that in mind when we talk about de-dollarization stuff. This just broke. I wanted to dig into this more definitely tomorrow. This just broke right before we went live. Tradeboy Cardi, BlackRock just filed a S1 cash ETF, most likely approved this week. Very interesting stuff. Let's go to the source here and find out what we got. An amendment, general form for registration of securities under the Act 1933. So a bunch of updated S1 filings here from BlackRock on the iShares Bitcoin Trust. Very, very interesting to see all the paperwork shuffling and things getting laid out. You see mainstream media and their little snippets on major news publications now talking about the Bitcoin ETF. Showed a video last week. Even a mainstream pundit was talking about Solana and Chainlink and Avalanche as potential ETFs coming up as far as 2024 and beyond. Now, expecting one of those to be approved in 2024, that's a bit much. Really, to have a baseline expectation and a level head about what the situation is that we're looking at right now. What we have is a likelihood that Bitcoin spot ETFs will get approved. Then we also have this narrative rolling away from Bitcoin that it's some kind of climate glutton. It's now being better understood that it's good for the environment, that it can eat up all this excess gas and methane gas, all this stuff. So that narrative is bleeding away against Bitcoin as well in a positive fashion. To be able to shed that and be shown for its true capabilities is really helping it, especially after ESG initiatives have crushed everything. So This is a fresh look of the Bitcoin price rally from Bitcoin News, talking about the numerous spot Bitcoin ETF issuers filing those amendments today, similar to the BlackRock adjustment I just showed you. So this is all happening in the background. They're getting their ducks ready. It's coming. It's a very exciting time. And beyond that, building on Bitcoin is another big reason why I liked ICP. I made sure to cover this tonight. Just bringing up someone is actually trying to build a Bitcoin mining pool on the ICP network. Just a cool nod to the true decentralized nature of what they're trying to build there. God bless them. And, I think I've seen enough personally from being, banned off of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and all the other different platforms at the key times over the last few years has really kind of opened my eyes to the pinch point that we have within media. And, what ICP is trying to do, as big as it is, man, more power to them. You know what I mean? And we're at, $10 now? God, it's getting hard. This is what it feels like when we had to get used to $10 Chainlink. Remember that? Oh man. Avalanche used to be $10. The times move fast. This is a cool note from Corey Harden. I saw Coach Corey had a great year for himself. Started swing trading with 5,000 in a self-directed brokerage account. Not too bad at all, Corey. Excellent work. That's what I love to see. That's where the juice is at, man. SMB, I got a good question. Day one, Brandon took Houthi off terror list. And isn't that nice? The Houthis, man, they are out there meaning no well for us right now. And, you can expect that conflict to continue. I don't think we're basically locked in it at this point. I saw that Congress is trying to make it so that any sitting American president cannot pull out of NATO, regardless of the situation, without full approval. And that kind of makes me feel icky because I don't trust majority of who's in Congress. You know what I mean? Like, you have a few shining lights of examples that you hope are hoisted to the top and they're put in front of the limelight, but that's not what we get. We don't get nice things. We always get something sort of in the middle that ends up being nefarious at the end, right? So, maybe that's the pessimist in me, but yeah, I mean, it's basically getting locked in stuff. That's why it's so important to, and Crimson, maybe it would be good. It's interesting to see, just the rollout worldwide, man. This is a situation that's building well beyond just the values and virtue that you might have, particularly in the U.S. This is world nation states moving in cohesion with each other, and with that, you're going to see a byproduct of that is something as chaotic as it may seem to say. It's immense printing. It's immense price action on the other side. So, if you're not positioned in aggressive assets before it comes, then you get wrecked. You know what I mean? Like, usually these times of chaos are when really good money can be made. You just have to think about really, what is going to be the most useful item in the next, I know this is a crazy thing, but I think that seeds, everyone says that they're going to stock silver and gold. I think that seeds would be the most reasonable type of currency in an SHTF scenario, because they can actually feed themselves with it. But we have this happening in New Hampshire, Jackson Falls, New Hampshire. Absolutely crazy. It looks like, I believe it was just heavy rain coming from Hurricane Irene. This is actually, I think this might be an old one. I know I saw a couple in here. I want to go into it because there's a couple things happening. This Iceland volcano is going on too. You know me, I'm always looking at the world and all the crazy stuff going on. This is a volcano I believe we talked about last week or the week before that was showing a little bit of signs of bubbling, and it is going off. Now, obviously, it's no Mount St. Helens, thank God, because that would be a pretty bad thing. But yeah, just a little bit of action in the Iceland area. A lot of people always talk to me about Yellowstone. I just have to think about Yellowstone as maybe it's breathing enough where it's not going to blow off its major top again. Just a thought, potentially. Probably not the case. It's gone off like every 650,000 years, and we are well overdue for Yellowstone. But yeah, I'm getting well sidetracked. This is my prepper mind start to talk. And seas, what are we? The army of gnomes? I could see that being needed, though. Yes, it's true. I know. That's what everyone's reaction would be like. What do you mean? Wait, peppers would be kind of nice. You know what I mean? That's, if they see you silver and gold, they're just going to take it. You know what I mean? Like, gardening, being a militant farmer, man, that's like, it's a peaceful balance. You know what I mean? I like that kind of balance between, having a hand in nature and soil, but then also, making sure people stay off your lawn. It's just what I got to do. Now, we have this, we've been talking about snake for a while, so I got to cover this. If you're in snake, if you got this thing and you're sitting on these profits, God bless, my God. But also think about that is a pretty steep incline. Market cap sitting at 250 million ADA right now. So that's one hell of a large market cap for a meme coin. And maybe it has more legs. I don't know. I'm just, in this situation, like I was in a similar situation. I bought a lot of ICP at 350. Guess what I did? Take out the original investment, let the rest ride. If you have major conviction in the project, then just do that. And, you'll feel a lot less queasy when you see the massive price fluctuations to come. We know they always do come. And I remember someone in the chat, I've been covering Trump coin since I think it was like $5 million market cap the first night that we looked at Trump coin, right? But now it's sitting at $20 million market cap. And we had a lot of I wanted this thing to come down just a hair more. And this is famous last words, just waiting for a touch more to shave off the top before I get in, right? Well, here we are. So Trump coin has since absolutely resurged from that low level. It does not look like it gives any F's at this point. Honestly, this is trying to build a good old traditional accumulation zone at the $20 million level for a meme coin that simply will not die unless it gets pulled. Now, one thing that, another thing that made me hesitate, I haven't had anyone come to me saying that they've had the liquidity issue before so far. It only has $1 million listed in liquidity for it, a $20 million market cap. So definitely something to keep in mind. Other than that, clean deck score. It does have a buy and sell tax as well, so it's got some things going against it. But in my opinion, probably more things going good. This I picked up here. I picked up one of these. It's huge. The mugshot edition Trump NFT. We'll see what this one goes. Probably definitely going to be voting for him, but also more so the reason why I got the NFT is he is so damn popular, like polarizing within the section that he's popular within, right? If you're looking at a third person perspective, anything that has that kind of following is going to have some serious price action, especially once he's back in the headlines every single day, because we know the media cannot quit him. So that's something I'm watching. And then I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? Trump's got a coin. Does Biden got a coin? Let's go find out, right? Let's find out if Uncle Joe's got a coin. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Biden. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Reptilian Zucker Biden. Okay. Go on. What do we have here? All right. Is this the battle of meme coins? The battle of presidential meme coins is about to take place. Reptilian Zucker Biden versus Trump in a war for the world. We have Biden, Reptilian Zucker token. Now this is not a bad graph either. That's not a bad graph. Oh man, it's probably got, oh my God, yeah, too. See, its liquidity is 129 out of 1.2 million, so 1/10. Trump coin only had a 1/20th of its liquidity in there. Now, DEX score 94, a little bit less. Sell and buy tax the same. So Trump's got a better DEX score. This has a lower market cap. Man, that's a toss up. Obviously, I'm not going to be going for reptilian Biden Zucker token, but God, that's absolute chaos. That's absolute chaos. And yeah, I have some fun with degen ridiculous tokens when the season's right. And the only reason why I kind of felt like the season was upon us was just from the movements in those layer ones. Now I'm getting into a couple of these ridiculous ones. I bought some just a small amount of Gorilla token. This thing is pretty brand new, but this is a shout out to Harambe. Harambe, I remember you. So sometimes you got to pay homage. But other than that, you guys, pretty much like one other thing I wanted to touch on is the fact that the only other thing that's really sucking up all the volume on the Cardano ecosystem that I can see is Hunt. It's this Hunt token. It's a DEX aggregator that came out pretty recently with some really big upgrades. You can hunt stop losses and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But this thing is absolutely ripping right now. I know this is another one I think BJ has as well. Now I'm in this situation where I'm watching this. It's got 50 million ADA market cap, right? So that's pretty strong. God, is ADA still right around 60 cents too? Let's see. Let's see where ADA is. Yep, right around 60 cents. That is a heck of a market cap. I mean, it's got a lot of utility. The token has good utility. Gives you kind of exclusive perks on looking at what's going on in the ecosystem for Cardano. So this one is definitely perking up my interest here. Hunt token for sure. One of them, I have a long list of things that I'd like to get. That's pretty much on it. Everything else I want to pull up my main watch list here. This is my main watch list. Hedera, let's kind of just organize this by biggest movers here. What the hell is that? Get out of here. Oh my God, I just barfed. Vector Space, up biggest on the day. Vector Space AI, okay. We might be seeing, so you see the Genomes DAO and Vector Space, these are DeSci projects. Coming up on the day, still down on the week. That might be a little bit of an opportunity there. ICP still up by about 100% on the week. Just thick with it. Anchor waking back up. Okay. Singularity. All right, let's look at Caspa. Caspa's one that, boy, howdy, would be nice to get the boat to come back for us a little bit on. I know it's a really great project. Where can I even look for a level? So it's definitely rolling over right now. With the Bitcoin research, you would think it'd be moving up, but really, this is a lot of people that got in early, taking profits right here. So probably, God, yeah, Caspa. That one. I mean, I might be. I am greedy enough, I know, to wait to see if I can get it for around like 6 cents. I know I am capable of that type of greed. So in Caspa's scenario, it's definitely cooked like crazy. It's made some really good money for people in it. But I still would be holding that line to try to get it for, in the 5 range, because it's just too damn high. These prices are too damn high. Maybe a Band-Aid. What's up, man? God dang. This jacket, I love this freaking jacket so much. I had a person talk to me about Bitcoin as I picked up an energy drink and a donut today. It was a good conversation, Asked him how Bidenomics was working for them. Give it a chuckle. They look at me. They nod, Seemed like they might have probably voted for him too. But at this point, they realize their own faults. It's dicks out for Harambe. That's right. Dicks out for Harambe. Yeah, man, start those conversations out when you're out and about, in the world. It's always good to be conversating about Bitcoin, crypto, to everyone that you can, man. This is the time to get into it. Now, a year and a half from now, it's not going to be the time. It's going to be an absolute freaking blow off top. And really, it comes up a lot. I'm going to say it again though, but I have got to, not only am I changing my perspective, only expecting a diminished return type situation for Bitcoin, but what is this? Essentially, where I'm at with Bitcoin and the overall crypto markets is it has definite trajectory and potential to hit that $6-7 trillion market cap in this next cycle. And with that, you're going to have a pretty amazing thing happen. So the top 10 within a $6-7 trillion market cap, those are going to be projects that are all made up of 100 billion on up market caps within them. So if you look at all of the different projects and what they did in the past and kind of compare them to that future situation that we are looking at, it really, really changes the situation for, expecting, okay, I expect ICP to maybe break $50. Like that is, that's definitely selling yourself short. Now, how I avoid selling myself short on a project's overall potential, because, we don't know what Caspa could end up at the peak of the next bull market. There's no way to tell. It's in complete price discovery right now. Same with Injective, same with all these sweet new projects that are really crushing it. TIA as well. Think in market cap. You know what I mean? If this is a project that you're looking at that has potential to get around the top 10 and capture that $100 billion market cap, what would that do to the project? Keep that in mind. We have to kind of step back. I know that some of the prices are going a little bit nuts. There's a few coins out here that we're looking at and we're like, man, we're waiting for a pullback on that, and it will never come. There are a few projects that we're looking at right now that I'm dead wrong about a pullback coming, and that they won't come back to these levels until probably after the bull market, if ever. I've seen it before. So, just throwing that out there. I know that there's a lot of, wizardry and TA that we can do in the short term on crypto, like, the graphs and the markets as a whole, the ebb and flow of monetary policy. But beyond that, you have to look at, is proof of work going to really kick up a strong narrative after being accepted by the masses again, right? Are they actually going to continue to shift the narrative on Bitcoin mining being bad for the environment or not? Those are the types of things that I also think about along with the charts to try to get a good, strong idea and personal thesis on where things are going to move forward in the future. Kind of where we're sitting right now, it's turning into what I feared, where it's max pain is up only. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and even no matter as good as you can do, if you're, I've made a big portfolio, cut it down, change, buy things, invest in my house, and then I have to rebuild. I've done it like 3 or 4 times now. And really, when I sit back and I think about how I did it, it was about exercising that patience, but also being very, very convicted in the move that you're going to make. It's like when you're getting ready to jump from roof to roof, you have to have conviction in that last step, or it's just not going to happen. So, we're kind of in a situation like that. AIOZ, I think I remembered. I'll check in where AIOZ is right now. I've got a few more minutes here. AIOZ network. Here we go. Let's check out the graph. Woo! Hey, look at you go, vegan. Boop, 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 boop. Look at you. This is sick. All right, dude. Let's see here. Bought in at 1 cent. Dude, 15x. Awesome work. Awesome work. Oh, man. That's a move. That's a move. What's the all-time? Oh, dude, this is exciting. This project gets me excited. Movable market cap still 160. Showing good signs of life here. Good signs of life. Yeah, we're going to have to watch this one. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my watch list right now. That is a goodie right there. AIOZ. That's literally me just flat out only looking at price action. Only. Probably I'll check out their Twitter, see if make sure they're alive and they're twiddling their thumbs. We got 74,000 followers, only following one bullish. Many would say that's bearish. I say it's bullish. 14 hours ago, 177 likes. Okay, they pinned the tweet from 14 hours ago. I like that. That's an active biz dev and social media team right there. They're making sure they got the stuff that's working the best up in the front. I like it. 125, get pretty consistent. Not too discovered though. Been around for a while. Probably built this account out. But they out here. They out here putting up updates, man. That's what you need to see here. Let's go to the website. I'm just gonna kind of dig into this thing a little bit. You're making me run like my. This is fun. Look at this. Look at this little squiggly guy. All right, what do we got here? Earn rewards, run it, stake it, community marketing. Rewards by running nodes. Okay. Community marketing, tokens used to pay for apps and services. Not too shabby here. Not too shabby. I want to go. I wonder if their team is public. Let's see here. I got a node app you can pull up. I'm gonna have to. This is kind of fun. I kind of like looking at this. I'm gonna go ahead and follow this one. I'm gonna have to watch this one. This one's interesting to me. And if I'm moving into something like that, it'd probably be the same situation as like Maple. I saw a sign of life in Maple, but I'm well early. Like I bought it at $20. It's like 14 or $15. Have you looked into INSP Inspect, a Web3 project? I haven't. I can do. How much time do I got? Let me see here. All right, I got a minute left. All right, let's see. Inspect. We're flying in raw. All right. Okay, maybe a buying opportunity. All right, I'm not going to judge it too much. What do we got here? So it's about a month worth of data. Is that what I'm looking at? Even less. Wow. Okay, this is only a few weeks worth of data. $26 million market cap currently, allegedly, fully diluted. A lot of tokens to release. Interesting. Wonder what that will look like. Let's go to the Twitter. Brand new project. Let's see how fast they're getting this thing out the ground. Starting off with 227,000 followers. Not bad. Followed by, let's see here. They followed, I know her, Bud.eth. He's pretty big. Okay. Value and Time follows him. Okay. But Dusty, welcome back. I love Dusty. He is awesome. Jay Child's up in here. Hannah, unbelievable. You know what, Hannah? Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay. This has got a lot of followers. A lot of interaction and engagement. Interesting. Why price crash? I wonder where they're. Let's see if we can go to CoinGecko and find their tokenomics situation. Just a lot of tokens unlocked. Just curious, currently unavailable. I'll probably have to do some digging. I mean, it's a risky biscuit. That's flat out. That's my assessment right here. I'll tell you what. It is. I mean, it's at its release point. If this thing does work out, you're at absolute juicy entry points. That's it. If it works. You have to keep in mind, while things are going so good, there's a bunch of projects that can get released and then overlooked, even if they're awesome, because of all this noise. Like, Bonk, that just sucked the market attention out for half a week. Interesting little project, man. I mean, that's definitely a risky biscuit play. Same thing on this one. Rinse and repeat. If you get a double up, triple up, consider, only using, that moon bag and taking that original investment out. Check out their website here. For some reason, their website doesn't want to pull up for me. Let's see. Try this XYZ. Here we go. Let's peruse around the Inspect website. What we got here? Instantly turn X to a Web3 platform. Elevator. What? That would be cool if they make this. If they pull us off. What? Unite social sentiments and NFTs with Inspect. Explore real-time social data and NFT analytics to uncover hidden gems in the world of crypto arts. Interesting. Maybe it's aggregating the data, basically like the interactions on X for a given project. This would be interesting. Okay, this is kind of cool. I'm going to have to look a lot deeper into this one. It does look promising on the front end. I will say that. So I will be digging into this one a little bit more. Inspect. Interesting. Well, before I sign off, you guys, markets, we're cooking. We're juking, we're jiving. Basically what I'm watching is to see if we can break past that. Let's go to the, there it is. I'm looking to see if we can blast past this 33 or 43.5 level. Essentially, we came up just short of it. So as it stands right now, we aren't blasting through the previously created roof that we found ourselves since we fell down from 44K, but it looks like we are on our way, especially with the media sentiment leaning towards getting a actual ETF approved for trillions of dollars to absolutely flood into crypto, and us here in the basement front running the markets. Man, we're going to have a good time. Should everything just continue as normal, let the decay happen, let the system collapse into itself, and we will rise from the ashes. That's how I see it. Appreciate every single one of you in the chat. Thank you for the super chats as well. Coin Cheeky, Shake and Bake, C90FTW, Crimson Caravan Company, Fade and Tradfi, Sec Nasty. Taking any days off of the holidays? I think maybe a few. I think I'm taking Christmas and New Year's Eve off, or New Year's Eve, I think, yeah. Make sure I didn't miss any other super chats. I think I got them. But you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for joining me on this late night update, man. Pretty exciting price action, but we're just getting started. This is just the beginning, so don't get too ahead of yourself. We have a long way to go to the Bitcoin halving. April will come. The Bitcoin halving will come. I expect a little pullback. We got some more time, but it's just getting started. So hopefully you're getting set up with the right projects. If you have any questions, get into our Discord and find me there. I'm getting better and better. I'm being active on there, man. I see all the stuff. God, I might actually be playing. My band is hitting me up, thinking about starting some heavy metal shows. There's some pretty big shows. Might be letting you know on that too, but what do I know? I have no talent. I'm just kidding. I'm about to show the world what a real heavy metal singer that knows crypto can do. But you all are awesome, absolutely awesome out there. Chili Rainbow, maybe Band-Aid. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll be running the board, and I hope you guys are doing well. Take care.